You see, you and I know your greatest fear is not that you will jump and fall. Your greatest fear is to get to the end of your life and never jump. So the unstoppable force. Hunger is the unstoppable force. Hunger is what is going to make you unstoppable. Hunger is what is going to keep you going when things get tough. Hunger drives success. Hunger destroys all fear of failure. Hunger is your ultimate competitive advantage. It is your ultimate. When you want something bad enough, and when you know what you want and you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to get it. You'll find a way to get it. I disrupt people when I say, you make me extraordinary, because it lets you off the hook. You see, when I started my entrepreneurial career, for the first 5 years in business, I was working 12 to 15 hours a day, every day. I didn't take a single day off for 5 years. Not one single day. I was working while my friends are out drinking, partying, and watching sports games. Because I was hungry for success. I was willing to sacrifice today's pleasures for tomorrow's rewards. I was willing to pay the price today to buy the possibility of a better future for my family. I'm not the smartest. I'm not the brightest. I don't have the most resources. But boy, I'm one hungry. I will die climbing the mountain, not sliding down. I will die chasing my dream before I quit. I can't begin to tell you how many times during my career, people tell me, slow down, take it easy. Don't stand out. Don't wear a red suit. You know? Don't work too hard. Don't stress out. Live an easy life. You know, success isn't everything. Have you ever noticed the person who says success isn't everything is the man or woman that has none? None. I've been labeled as a workaholic, a freak, weird, selfish, greedy, egotistical, you name it, I've heard it all. I've heard it all. And I can't begin to tell you how many times in my life people try to persuade me to give up on my dreams. That it's okay to settle. That's okay to settle for less. That's just the way life is. And later on, I realized the people who try to persuade me to give up on my dreams, they're not trying to help me. They're trying to make sense why they have given up themselves. They're trying to make sense why they have given up themselves. See, the problem is you can't Google download hunger. Someone was trying to do that. You can't Google download it. It has to come from within. You can't Google download it. It's like people follow me on Facebook. You can't follow me on Facebook. You can't watch me on YouTube and get to where I am today. You're just gonna see where I am. There's no glory in that. If you watch me to inspire you just to fight a little longer. If you watch me to you want to live up to your own potential instead of copying someone else's. If you watch me to get back up and fight one more time. To fight one more time. It's like when you want to take the leap, when you get to the edge, your brain will always tell you to stop, to step back. Because your brain is a survival mechanism. It is designed to protect you. But your intuition, your higher self is designed to make you soar. And when you get to that edge, and you want to jump, and you watch everyone else's fly, it's like you're watching people on Instagram, you're watching people on Facebook, and you watch everyone else's fly. They're taking that dream vacation, they're buying that new home, they're landing a dream job, they find their ideal soulmate, and you're watching everyone else, and you wonder what life would be like to jump without ever jumping. See, sometimes you have to listen to your own intuition. Sometimes you have to just listen to that voice and say, you know what, I'm gonna jump. And guess what? When you're hungry, you'll dash off that cliff and you will jump. You will jump. And when you jump, only one of the three things could happen. One, you will jump, you will spread your wings, and you will soar to new height. Second thing, you will jump and land on something soft, or you will jump and you'll land on something hard. That's okay. You don't die. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You've heard of the song. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You see, you and I know. Your greatest fear is not that you will jump and fall. Your greatest fear is to get to the end of your life and never jump and never leap. You're not afraid of dying. You're afraid of dying before this world sees who you are, sees what you're capable of, before they get your gifts, before they feel your breath, before they get your contribution, before they feel you. You don't want that to happen. You don't want to leave this planet without someone knowing that you were here.
The most powerful man in the world has 24 hours in a day to get what he or she needs done. The richest man in the world has 3,600 minutes in one day to earn his money. The most educated man in the world has 168 hours a week to learn. The greatest athlete in the world has 365 days in a year to train. How much time do you have? You know, when people tell me, Grant, I just don't have enough time to get everything I need done. I'm like, man, look, it's not true. It's not real. Now, I know some industries and businesses right now that are off 30 and 40%, and we go in to put a program in place, and they're like, I don't have time to do this. I'm like, what do you mean, man? You're off 30%. You'd have to have 30% more time if you're off. See, I don't believe this time excuse. We all have the same 24 hours, amounting to 8,760 hours a year. That's what we all have.
That is the most important thing. You know, we don't achieve big things by accident. So shoot for the top, shoot for the sky, shoot for the, for the stars. The other thing is that you got to work your butt off. If you think that you're going to go and accomplish something really special and be the best in anything in the world, and you think you can do it without working, you make a big mistake. Because no matter what I did, if it was in bodybuilding or in acting or if it is in the political arena, it always took a lot of work. And you got to put out, and you got to, sometimes make a lot of sacrifices and all this. If you're not willing to work hard, forget about it. So there's another rule that is very important. I think another one is don't be afraid to fail. Because if you're afraid to fail, then you're always holding yourself back because you're afraid that if you go all out, you may fail. Well, in weightlifting, we learned that very quickly. The only way you could break a record is if you're willing to fail. That's when you put on more weight, you try it, sometimes you would not be able to lift it, which has happened to me many times, but eventually, when you train hard enough, you will lift it. So don't be afraid to fail. I mean, how far can you fall?